Welcome to Family and the Feast channel. My name is Janet and this is
Chloe again.
Chloe is our taste tester. Remember all the ingredients and measurements, it will be listed down below in the description box.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Everyone, in today's video we will be making some cheese straw. And here are the ingredients you will need to put this recipe together. I'll be using some all-purpose flour, some grated cheese, garlic salt, mustard, butter, and I have some red chili here. You can use as much or as little red chili you want. And today I will be using some Gouda cheese. You can use some Anchor cheese or some cheddar cheese, any one of your favorite brand that you like, but I am using the Gouda cheese because I don't like to use the cheddar cheese. It tends to have that strong bitter taste, aftertaste, but if you like to use that, you can go right ahead and use it. So the next step is mixing our cheese straw dough, and for that I will be using my blender. The next step you will need to do is add all your cheese to your blender. And right after, you'll add in your butter, and you want to make sure that all your ingredients are room temperature for this recipe. So you want to make sure your butter and your cheese is at room temperature. We're going to blend this to make sure that it's well combined, and for the best result I recommend that you use your mixer or your blender for combining the cheese and the butter. I always get the perfect result from blending my cheese and my butter. So guys, after about 2 minutes of blending, this is the consistency you're looking for. Now to that, we will add in our pepper, our garlic salt, and our mustard. Now we will mix again to make sure they are all combined. So when your pepper is all blended and your sure the seasoning is all mixed evenly, we're gonna just add in about half a cup of flour. We just want to harden the butter and the cheese before we scoop it out from the blender. So this is all we're going to do in the blender. I have some more flour that I will add in, but I'll have to do that by hand because I want to make sure that I am getting the right consistency I'm looking for, and I will know what I'm at or where I'm at with my hand. Empty this out into a mixing bowl. Now this is still a little too soft, so we're gonna add in some more flour as we go. And we're gonna just mix this in. So just in case your dough gets a little bit hard and you want it to be a little bit softer so that it will be easier for you to pipe that through the piping bag, you can add in a tablespoon of milk, evaporated milk, and you can knead your dough again over and soften it a bit. And to know when you have the right texture, of course, the measurements will be in the description box, but sometimes the flour we use may be a little bit different. Some of the flour, the different brand, tends to absorb more liquid than others. Some of them will be more soft with the measurements I will leave in the description box, or sometimes it will be more stiff. It all depends on the flour. As you guys know, different flour gives you different result. So when you want to know that you have the right texture, I usually grab some in my hands and I squeeze it like this. and I look for that little shape there. Once my shape is staying together and it's not falling apart or it's holding its shape, then you know you have the perfect mixture. Now, you will know if it's too stiff when you're ready to pipe it through the piping bag and it's giving you a really hard time, or it's just cracking when it comes out, it starts cracking and falling apart. You definitely know you have the wrong texture there. So it should be easy to handle and pipe through the piping bag, but should not be too soft where you pipe it and it falls flat. So just keep those in mind. I'm trying to explain as best as I can so that you have the right texture. So this is all set here. So I'm gonna go grab my piping bag, my thimble, and my baking tray, and I'll be right back. So I have my piping bag here and my tip, and this is the tip I will be using. And you wanna just grab yourself some of the dough and push it as far as you can or closest you can to the piping tip. And I'm actually gonna go to the line they recommend it to be filled. So I'm gonna double my bag. I noticed these are a little bit not so strong. So I finished doubling my bag, and you just want to give the top here a little twist to secure all the dough in the bottom close to the thimble. And I'm not going to use a parchment paper on my tray. I like when the bottom of my cheese straw have that little nice golden brown color, and I find using the parchment paper always prevent my cheese straw to have that color I'm looking for. So I'm going to put a little bit on the, and I'm going to keep pressing to make sure I find the right size and length. And then you just press down to when you have the same length you want. You just press down, and I like to just tap on the side here. Makes it look a little bit more neat, you know, for presentation. And now I'm gonna continue piping these, and I want to make sure that they have the same size, the same length. And while I'm doing that, I have to make sure I leave enough space so that it doesn't get close together when it's spread. It will expand a little bit when it's baking. So you want to make sure that they have space, baking space. Just barely tap it with your finger and you'll fix that rough edge. So guys, I'm gonna go refill my piping bag. I'll get one more out of this before I refill my piping bag, and when I'm done piping my cheese straw out, I will come back and show you the next step. So guys, we're done piping our cheese straw, and we're gonna put this in the oven, and we're gonna bake it at 375 degrees, and we're gonna bake this for 20 minutes. Now you want to place this in the middle of your oven on the center rack. So let's place this in the oven, and make sure your oven is already preheated. So we're gonna place these in the oven, guys, and I'm putting it on the middle rack in the center of the oven. So guys, it's been 25 minutes. I kept them in for 5 minutes extra because I noticed that they were still a little bit white in color. So I wanted them to have that nice golden light brown color. Now, at first when you take your cheese straw out, they will appear to be a little bit soft, but as soon as cooled down, it will have that nice crunchy texture to it. Now I'm gonna just place this in my serving container and I will show you guys the end result.
Time to try it.